Watch a child for 5 minutes, and you'll see a very specific model of the universe at play. In their minds, they are the absolute gravitational center of reality. This logic generates some highly predictable hypotheses. If they want to play outside, the sun should logically appear to accommodate them. If they host a party, their friends should strictly follow their itinerary. And if a parent cares about them, it should look exactly like joining in on a game. The friction starts when these assumptions crash into the actual mechanics of the world. The sun sets, leaving toys in the dark. Friends get bored and walk away from rigid schedules. Parents have to work. This leaves us with a massive gap to bridge. How do we get from demanding that the universe cater to our immediate desires to understanding how these systems actually operate on their own? Childhood is a continuous process of building mental models, testing them against a world that doesn't share our priorities, and adjusting when those models fail to produce the results we expect. Take physical reality. A child trying to charge a solar-powered toy car at night might hypothesize that the sun can be coaxed out of hiding. They'll leave out a bowl of ice cream or mimic a rooster's crow, expecting a cosmic entity to respond to a bribe. To correct an assumption this large, a parent has to introduce an entirely new framework. Imagine a grape representing Earth and an orange as the sun. Light hits only the facing side of the grape. As the grape rotates, the shadowed side is carried into the light. The sun never left, you simply faced the wrong direction. The physical world forces us to realize that we are the ones in orbit. We have to conform our schedules to the unbending laws of the universe, rather than expecting the universe to bend to us. The same collision happens in social settings. A young host might construct a meticulously scheduled party, believing that a successful gathering means forcing everyone to read books and listen to specific music in a precise order. But peers have their own autonomy. Under strict rules, friends quickly grow restless, become bored, and mentally check out of the environment. To fix a collapsing social environment, the host has to look past their own checklist and observe the actual energy of the people in front of them. The host has to abandon their ego and drop the strict schedule. By reading the room, they pivot to a dynamic interactive game like musical chairs, instantly restoring the energy of the group. Social harmony relies on the ability to translate and adapt to the unsaid emotional needs of the people around us. You cannot dictate terms and expect connection. The final, and perhaps hardest, realization comes with emotional expectations. A child often believes parental love is exclusively validated through visible, immediate attention, like dropping everything to join in on playtime. When a parent declines an invitation to play in order to finish solitary work, the child interprets that boundary as absolute rejection and heartbreak. This infographic breaks down the psychological framework of love languages. It highlights a specific category known as acts of service, the idea that deep affection is frequently communicated through practical labor and problem solving, rather than spoken words or direct interaction. This abstract concept becomes real when the child discovers hidden artifacts of that labor. They find a custom-built moon mirror designed for their bedroom, or a pair of specialized soft-grip scissors crafted specifically to prevent them from getting blisters while playing. Finding these physical objects forces a complete update to their emotional hypothesis. The parent was working to protect and provide for them, not to ignore them. Emotional maturity requires us to learn how to read these quiet, structural sacrifices. We have to recognize unspoken protection instead of demanding loud, performative affection. Step by step, the mind shifts away from a literal, self-centered worldview. It moves toward a highly nuanced, interconnected reality. We learn to respect the Earth's rotation so we can harness solar power. We learn to respect our peers' autonomy so we can keep our friends. And we learn to read invisible actions so we can recognize when we are loved. This psychological process doesn't stop when we turn 18. We spend our entire adult lives encountering new data and continuously updating our mental models. On one side, the small, rigid world of a single ego. On the other, the immense, functioning architecture of the systems we actually live in. A true understanding of the universe and the people within it only begins the exact moment we stop demanding that they revolve around us.